Hi guys, today we're going to keep working on circular motion. In our previous lesson, we started working on circular motion and we've covered quite a whole lot on it up to this very moment. So today we are looking at centripetal force and period. So when we talk about centripetal force, what are centripetal force? Don't forget centripetal force is the same thing as angular force. Let me use that word. Now let's see what centripetal force is. When we talk about centripetal force right here, let's say we have a uniform circular motion right here. That's from the center. And then we have a bulb here. At this point, you know what it is. At point A, at point B, we've discussed all this already. There's a velocity at point A, and there's another velocity at point B. While we have what we call the angular velocity. These two velocities here, we'll call them linear or tangential velocity. So when we talk about centripetal force, don't forget what force is. What is force? Force is simply mass times acceleration. But this time around, we're not talking about just ordinary acceleration. We're not talking about linear acceleration. We're talking about angular acceleration, or I can call it centripetal acceleration. So centripetal force is simply mass times angular acceleration. You can write it like this, or we can write it as centripetal acceleration. It's the same thing. Mass times angular acceleration, or mass times centripetal acceleration. So what's the centripetal force? Now, centripetal force is simply that very force that helps bodies to maintain movement in a circular path. Now, without the centripetal force, there is no way we're going to be discussing circular motion. Circular motion is circular motion because of centripetal force. Without centripetal force, that is the force that helps different kinds of body to maintain circular motion. Now, for example, when we talk about planetary bodies, like let's say the Earth, orbiting the sun and the rest, is gravitational force that helps us, that brings about the centripetal force. So different factors or different things bring about centripetal force. So don't forget, centripetal force is simply the force that helps body to continue in that circular path. Now, if you look at this body at junction A, at this very point, if not for the centripetal force, that is the mass of this very body and acceleration, centripetal acceleration, this body would have probably moved out like this. But okay, let's say this body was, let's say the string, this very string here, was caught at this very junction. As the body moves like this, if this string is caught at this very junction, this very ball will project down like this. But thanks to centripetal force that was made available by the help of this, let's say this very string, that helps this body to keep moving like this. So different things brings about centripetal force. For a pendulum is a string. When we talk about planetary bodies, is the gravitational force. Now, let's say a car moving on the road. For a car moving on the road is, let's say, a car moving on the circular path. A plain circular path is the friction